Chad Powers is a new comedy series on Hulu starring Glenn Powell. So today, let's see if it's worth your time. A former college quarterback attempts a comeback by posing as a walk-on player for a struggling football team. This is created by Glenn Powell and Michael Waldron, and this is based on Eli Manning's character created for Eli's Place, where Eli Manning went undercover. And this is like Mrs. Doubtfire, but for football. And it's 6 episodes long, where Glenn Powell, in the very first episode, does a lot of things wrong. He fumbles a touchdown, he pushes people down, he is aggressive, and several years later, he still wants to play football, but nothing's working out for him. He attempts a walk-on tryout for a struggling team, but has makeup on and doesn't look like himself, so he can actually play football. This series really surprised me, from the comedy to the generic kind of nature to that storyline where someone is dressing up as someone else. I thought it absolutely worked. Glenn Powell is absolutely hilarious within this series when he is trying to be this character, Chad Powers, creating a storyline for all this lore for Chad Powers. He's not good at coming up with things on the fly. So a lot of it is him just fumbling what he's saying, and it is absolutely hilarious. At one point, he mentions that he didn't get to play in front of a crowd because wolves would eat people.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
It's absolutely ridiculous and doesn't make sense. It's funny to watch Glenn Powell struggle within these moments and just add so much to that character. But when he is that normal person, Russ Holiday, he is arrogant, he is aggressive, and he views this as an opportunity to play football, but also better himself because he doesn't like who he is. And that's where a lot of the deeper themes come into play when you look at second chances and the thoughts about yourself and how it can wear you down. Russ Holiday has been through a lot, and many people don't like him, and it's really gotten to him, and he's viewing this as an opportunity to be someone different. And I really didn't expect that aspect of the series. From the initial setup of the show, it went heavy on the comedy. But as the series did progress throughout these 6 episodes, you got a better understanding of exactly why he wanted to do this. Why did he put on all this makeup to act as Chad Powers to play for this football team? What exactly was he trying to accomplish? And the series does a great job of tackling all that towards the end of the series. And it has that generic kind of feel to it when you look at films like She's the Man or Mrs. Doubtfire, someone posing as someone else. You have your right elements to it where people start to question exactly what's going on. A lot of the situations are very cheesy. The dialogue is over the top and doesn't make any sense. You have all your reveals and him questioning things about his choices. That's all within this series, and I think they did a great job of taking all those cliche moments and doing something really fun with it. And I really liked Glenn Powell. Like I said, he's great at that comedic timing. The moments where he is Chad Powers, changing his voice, adding the storyline for Chad Powers, it was so silly, and he really tapped into that character. But when you're Russ Holiday, he's able to shift into that more aggressive, more arrogant character that's very self-centered. And as that series does progress, like I said, he's able to tackle on more of that emotion, which was really good. Steve Zahn is also in here as the coach for this struggling team. He really takes his job seriously, and his daughter Ricky, played by Perry Matfeld, she wants to be seen more. She wants to be able to contribute to the team. And she also has a really good storyline in here, a character that is very likable and you want to see her grow. And she gets a bulk of the series alongside Chad Powers, and she wants to contribute a lot, and she has that struggling relationship with her father. She wants to prove herself, and it is a strong storyline throughout. With it being 6 episodes, I was worried that there would be some pacing issues. The last 10 minutes of the last episode is probably the roughest, but for the most part the pacing is really good. That it doesn't really overstay its welcome. Football seasons are short in general. To have the highs of that football season, the tryouts, him questioning everything, you have that nice pace to it where it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's able to get straight to the point, have a lot of comedy, and have that personal aspect to the show. I was really impressed with Chad Powers. The comedy is there. It's really hilarious, especially all the silly, stupid stuff that Chad Powers says that Ricky is trying to come up with for this person. I thought the makeup's also done fairly well, and the football scenes are fun. I don't like watching football, I'm a big baseball fan myself, but it was fun to see that character and how much he absolutely loved football. But then in the series progressed, you get all that emotional moment, that personal aspect to that character, which really did work. I really ended up liking Chad Powers. Chad Powers is a likable character, but the series, they wanted us to like Ricky along the way, despite some things he did earlier in his career. So I do recommend checking out Chad Powers. It is worth your time. Glenn Powell, he's likable. He's such a talented actor and very charismatic, especially within this series, more so as Chad Powers. I'm gonna go ahead and give Chad Powers a B+. Thank you guys for checking my review for Chad Powers, the new Hulu series. Have you guys seen it by chance? What'd you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.